Hello, Internet. Welcome back. Hi, my name is Rachel. For those of you that don't know me or are just finding my channel, hello, my name is Rachel. I live in central Iowa, and I am primarily a cross stitcher, though I have been floating into the sewing world, and just an overall crafter. I mean, if there's a craft, then I'm into it. I want to do it, and there we go. So this video is kind of a wrap up of April, except not, because I don't have everything in front of me and I just am kind of pulling this together. But then we are going to mainly talk about StitchMAYnia, because StitchMAYnia starts in like 2 days. I'm filming this on the 29th, so I think that is 2 days. So I got everything together in this box and we are going to go through it together. I did not iron anything or get anything like really prepped out for this, but I don't think you guys will mind. So we'll get into what StitchMAYnia is once we get to this. But I wanted to update you guys on a couple of projects that I have been working on that are not cross-stitch. So the first is that I am weirdly obsessed with tie-dye right now, which I think a lot of people are. It's very trendy right now to, you know, do tie-dye, or like tie-dye is really, you know, like in the trends. And I mean, I'm the trendiest person that I've ever met. So of course I'm like, you know, hip with it. So the first thing I did, so is actually the shirt I'm wearing. This was once dark blue. Go Bear. It was once dark blue, but I dyed it with bleach and I think it turned out pretty cool. But then I was like, nah, you know, I want some color in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I bought a tie-dye kit and I was up this morning at 6 a.m. tie-dyeing because I just like, I couldn't get out of my head. And like, that's what I wanted to do. I got up because I get up early anyway. And I'm off work this week. Well, I'm working from home this week, I should say. And I was like, I gotta tie-dye everything. And so I did. So here's a picture of the stuff that I did this morning right here. So that turned out pretty cool. Viv and I are gonna be fabulous. That's all I gotta say about that. Next is sewing. So I kind of got like, I don't know, I've been like inkling in the quilting world. I've never quilted anything in my life, but you know, why not start now? So I bought myself this kit to do a table runner and I did one of the squares. Oh my God, it's so cute. So this is called Acorn Table Runner. I bought the kit from Fat Quarter Shop. This is one block out of, I think like 20, maybe 20. Let's say 20. I think it turned out really cute. It is not the correct size. Mine turned out smaller than what was expected, but you know what? It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna make the other blocks and I'll just cut it down to whatever size it's gonna happen to be. I'm just living my life, but I think it turned out so cute. So yeah, Acorn Table Runner, one block down. And then I was like online looking at quilting stuff because, you know, I want to be an expert and everything. And I came across English paper piecing, which if you don't know what English paper piecing is, it's basically you fuse paper or you use a paper template. You wrap the fabric around the paper template, baste it, and then you sew those together. So it's like hand quilting, but you can do more intricate shapes because, you know, it's on a piece of paper. And anyway, so I decided to start with a hexagon and I made a little coaster. So the English paper pieced part of this are the hexagons. And so I hand sewed all the hexagons together. And then I quilted, see, you can tell I quilted it because these lines definitely aren't the same distance apart because I only have a white chalk marker and white doesn't really show up on white. Just fun fact. And anyway, so I quilted this and then I appliqued the English paper piecing on top and then I bound it. And I think it turned out really cute. It's not perfect, but you know, My problem with this though is that now I have a coaster that I don't want to use. Like, I don't want to put a drink on here. What if it like gets dirty? It's too cute. So I think what I'm going to do is put like a candle on it. I don't know, or look at it. Like, it could be a decorative coaster, you know, like one of the ones you have sitting there, but if like someone puts a, like even comes near it with a drink, you're like, are you gonna put that there? Cause not allowed. But anyway, coaster. I think it's super cute and I really like it. So those are my quilting projects. And then I got really insane and I decided to sew a bag because, I mean, why wouldn't I? So I got this pattern. I've had this pattern for a long time. It's called a 3-in-1 bag. It's not done yet, but I will show you the progress that I have made. So this is what it, so the clips are all because I said it's not done yet. So it's a 3-in-1 bag. This is part of the Tula Pink homemade collection. It's got, it's actually a separating zipper, which was, let's just say interesting. I really struggled with installing it, but I think it's all right. I still need to top stitch along the top. I need to top stitch all of these, but YOLO. But anyway, it opens up and then there's these 3 compartments. And this is also part of that collection by Tula Pink, which I thought was really pretty. And then zipper pulls are just some batik that I had, you know, just laying around. But yeah, so I need to close it up because it's obviously still open. And then I need to stitch this all together. So I need to top stitch all of these sections. Then I need to close up the bottom. And then I need to sew, I think you hand sew the sides because none of the sides, this is all open. So yeah, I think it's turning out really cute. And I'm thinking I'm going to put like my stitchy supplies in here or something, or just like, I don't know, carry it around. Like, here's my bag. I'm a fancy lady with my bag. I don't know what I'm gonna put in here. Maybe I could put my, you know what I could put in here is my coaster. You know, just in my bag. I don't know. I just thought it was really cute. But I could definitely like put stitchy stuff in here. I could put, I mean, anything in here. This would be a great cosmetics case. You could separate all your stuff. I don't really wear makeup. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, I think I'm pretty much the most beautiful woman alive as I am, but no, I don't. Just kidding. But no, I don't really wear makeup. I mean, I work in manufacturing, but I just love this fabric. Like, this is just beautiful to me. Yes. Okay. So those are my sewing projects of the moment. I need to finish the bag and work on my quilt again and, you know, do all the things. I have to work next week. And then the week after that, I think I am still working from home. It's still, Iowa is opening stuff back up starting May 1st, which is Friday. But that doesn't necessarily mean that my work is gonna all be back together again. So whatever. I just go with the flow and try to, you know, just be safe and do what I need to do. So anyway, next up, I have 3 finishes to show you, 3 FFOs. I finished these and I showed them in my last video, but I FFO'd them. So more sewing projects, I guess. So these are all by Lizzie Kate. They used to be sold separately, but then she put them together in one chart. So the first stuff is Egg Hunt. And I finished it into a little pillow. I love this rabbit fabric. Like, you can tell it's like this coaster. This I got these it came as a fat quarter pack at Walmart last year, and I just think it's so cute. So there's Egg Hunt. And then Hip Hop, I finished into a little flat fold. I know, fancy, fancy. And this is more of that fabric from that line, and my gluing's not the greatest. Whatever, you're not looking at the back, you're looking at the front because it's so pretty. Don't focus on my face. I'm not the pretty one. All right, so that's Hip Hop. And then this one I think is called Peep. We'll call it Peep. I'm sorry if you can hear my computer in the background. Someone is IMing me when they should be working. Anyway, this is Peep. And I finished it into a bookmark. And I realized as I was making said bookmark that I should have interfaced my stitching because I totally think I punched a hole into one of the corners. But whatever. Put some ribbon on it. I think it's a cute little bookmark. Yeah, so there's that. All right. So now we are, 11 minutes in? Let's talk about StitchMAYnia. First of all, what is StitchMAYnia? So I believe the first year they did this was 2015. So it's the 5-year anniversary. I watched along the first year. And I was... At that point in time, I had only really been like seriously stitching for a little bit, and I had just discovered FlossTube on YouTube. In fact, like I still remember to this day, my now husband and I were in our old condo, and he was really obsessed with watching YouTube videos. And I was like, why? Like, I don't think there's anything on YouTube. Like, what are you even watching? And he like watched video games and stuff. And he's like, well, I bet there's people on there talking about cross stitch. And I'm like, there's no one on YouTube talking about cross stitch. Like, come on. And he's like, no, I bet you that they will. And so he searched in YouTube for cross stitch. And the first video that popped up was Carolyn Mazzio with her big blue dragon. And I was like, oh my God, someone's talking about cross stitch on the internet. And it was a big thing. And so I think that was 2015. Must have been. And then the first StitchMAYnia occurred, and I was like, oh my God, I only have one whip. Like, I can't start a million things. I don't even have a million things to start. Like, my stash was like I only knew kits. Like, again, this was back when I only thought you could buy cross stitch at like Hobby Lobby, you know? So anyway, I didn't participate. And then 2016, I don't think I participated then either. Where's my notebook? I should have that out too. You should see my office right now. It's an absolute disaster because, you know, working and sewing. Okay, so in true Rachel fashion, I've written everything down in my bullet journal because I am a bullet journaler. So this is my list for this year. So, oh man, this doesn't have the dates on it. Rachel, you are such a noob. Sorry, I'm written down over here. So it looks like 2017 was the first year that I participated in StitchMAYnia. So yes. So I participated in StitchMAYnia 2017. I believe that was the year I also vlogged every day. It might have been 2017 or 2018. No, it would have been 2017 that I blogged every day because, yes, that's what happened. 2017, I participated and I put up a vlog every day, except for like the last few days because then I fell off the wagon and was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this. 2018, I had a newborn because my daughter was born in February. 2019, I had a 1-year-old and I did participate. I did actually start some stuff, looks like I didn't start anything in 2018, at least according to my notes. 2019, I did participate because I did start a few things in May of 2019 because I think I had a 1-year-old and I was like, yeah, I can do this, but then I think I only did a few days and then called it quits. So here we are, 2020. So StitchMAYnia. I didn't even explain what this is. I'm sorry, I'm in a weird mood. So StitchMAYnia is the brainchild of Coffee Stitcher, and I can't remember the other woman's name. She's not on FlossTube anymore. And they were like, we're gonna start something new the first 15 days of May. And they started a Facebook group called StitchMAYnia, which you can find on Facebook. And basically it's a bunch of people who started 15 things on the first day of May. Well, it's slowly evolved. So Garrett, Coffee Stitcher, really doesn't have a whole lot of rules surrounding it. It can be whatever you want. Like you can, whatever like, you know, causes mania or something. So like there's, you know, the people that do monogamania where they work on one project for, you know, the first 15 days. There's people that start a project every day of May, you know, all 31 days. There's people who start one project and work on it all May. Like it can literally be whatever you want it to be. It's just like stitch. I mean, basically the summary is stitch in May, you know, so you can make it be whatever you want it to be. What I did, the first year I did, is I started a project every other day so that it lasted all of May, but I didn't start 31 things. I only started 15. And then the next year, Blimey Cat, Ingleside Imaginarium, Brittany, she was like, what I'm going to do is if I started something that day in May, I'm going to work on that project that same day in May. And then for the days that I don't have a project anymore, like I finished that project, those are the days they're going to have new starts. And I was like, oh, that's genius. So this year, I'm combining a whole bunch of different methods. So I'm going to do the Blimey Cat method in that the days that I have a whip that I, have not finished, I'm going to work on those. And as I said, I'm doing every other day. And the 31st is going to be crazy wild child because I don't have any plans for that day. But anyway, every other day. But I really want to work on all my whips. Like that's my goals this year is to whip down, get this. This is all my whips are in this box and I would like it to be less in this box. So anyway, so on the days that I have a whip, I'm going to work on that whip. On the days that I don't, like I have finished the project, I'm going to work on a different whip. So I'm doing Whip Mania, which I'm not the first one to do that. A bunch of people do that. So join me if you would like to. So without further ado, because I am a rambly person, let me bookmark my page so I know what I'm talking about. I present to you the Rachel Danowitz 2020 Whip Mania. And yes, that was necessary. I'm in a funny mood. Anyone else in a funny mood sometimes? Like, I just am in a funny mood. Gotta have tea. Okay. So, first day, on the first day of May, is I actually finished the project. Whatever project that was, I've actually finished it. So, I decided to work on, this is Four Seasons Birds. And this is actually a kit from Janlin. Looks like this. And I'll put all this back together after this video. I have not worked on this year, so if you saw my whip parade, it still looks the same. So this is summer. So I'll probably work on the back stitching because there's like a million miles of back stitching in there, but I'm almost done with summer. So then I just have the other seasons to go. This is a good project for like road trips and whatnot because it's Ada and I have all the floss and it's all together and I just go. Okay. Next up is one that I actually started in StitchMAYnia of 2019. So May 3rd of 2019. This is Olga's Autumn Stocking by Plum Street. There she is. I love this. I love all the Olga patterns. I did Olga's Tart. And yes, I actually bought this and kitted it up at the 2017 Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat. And I started it then 2 years later because, well, we've all been there. I have like the biggest start ever, so prepare to be amazed. And I'm pretty sure I haven't worked on this since I started it. So that's where we are. And this is, oh, this fabric is really nice. So this is Color and Cotton from the Cozy Christmas collection. And this is a limited edition fabric in limited edition. Blue Ghana, 32 count. But it's beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. It's like a, it's true to color here, but it's like a parchment-y gold. I very much so like it. So that's that. On the 5th of May, this is another one that I started in 2019. This is by, I'm gonna pull it out. This is by Mosey and Me. This is Who's Scared of Crows. Trying to make sure it's in frame. All right, and I am doing this on a piece of 28 count. This is that MCG Textiles even weave. Yeah. Wow. I know, a ton done. This blue is Color and Cotton Clouds Gazing, and it's gorgeous. So there's that. Up next, so this was an open spot, and I chose Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio. If I can find the picture. I think most people have seen this, but it looks like this. And I am choosing I'm doing a choose your own adventure. So I've chosen my own colors, I've chosen my own fabric, chosen a lot of things. Like, so, I mean, this is just like, I've added a green and I don't know. I know there is a green in there. I don't know. I'm just having fun. Having fun. A lot of it is using my Color and Cotton floss, which I love. So, I started this at the 2018 Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat, I believe. And here she is. So the witch is in DMC Etoile in the black color, and she is sparkly and pretty. Purple is Witch's Brew. I can't remember what the tail of the broom is. I think this is B5200. And then this red up here is Cinder. And it looks so pretty. And this is 36 count, I believe. Yeah, 36 count. Picture This Plus in Haunted. I think it's really pretty. I really like it. Yeah. I'm excited to get this piece back out because, so I actually recently moved to Iowa. I moved to Iowa in, well, I guess October, but we didn't like move here until November. But anyway, I was planning on working on that piece in October when I temporarily lived in a temporary place. But I really didn't stitch all that much. It was just, there's a lot going on. And anyway, October was a mess, but YOLO. All right, up next is, oh, this was one that I started, I believe, in 2017. So this is yes, I started this in 2017. So this is, I've actually worked on this recently. So this is Dimensions Gold Petites. I started this pink one. These are bookmarks. My husband got me this kit a long time ago, like when we were dating. So I don't know, 2014, 2015, somewhere in that time. He got it for me. So I pulled this back out recently, realized because I had the second border done recently, realized I had done it wrong. So I had to rip it all out and then added some backstitch. So we're on the home stretch with this one. There's just, you know, all the fussy parts. Basically, I have to do some borders. Up next, this is one that I started last year. So this is a 2019 start. This is by Annie B's Folk Art. God Save the Queen. And okay, this one, the colors are very much so different than what they show on the cover. And I wish, looking back on it, I wish I had chosen my own colors to more match this, because I really like this and I'm not as into the actual called for colors. I like them enough that I continue to stitch it, but they're just darker than that picture. This is a piece of 16 count Aida. This was, I believe, in my grandma's stash. So this is how far I've gotten. As you can see, like this green, like, I don't know. I feel in the picture, it doesn't look so dark. Maybe it's like the gray, like this gray is so dark. I don't know, but this is where I am. Fun, fun, fun. I've not worked on that this year yet, so that'll be nice to work on. Up next, so this is one that I started last year. Well, no, this is not a StitchMAYnia start. This is just a regular old new start that I started, I think, in November of last year when I moved here. It was either November or December. This is winter. Oh, I should show you the picture. This is Winter Wienerland. Do I have a picture? Normally, I always make a working copy, but I put the like actual pattern. I usually stick it in here. Nope, I don't have a cover of this one, so use your imagination. I am doing this on 32 count Petit Pois linen in gray, I think is what it's called. But, sorry. This is where I'm at. He is so cute. So there's another wiener dog over here. And then on the top, it says Winter Wienerland. Cute. I've never used this Petit Pois linen before, and I actually really like it. It's very easy to stitch on, and I think, of course, I got it because I thought it looked like snow. So that's that. All right, up next, this is a whip, not a StitchMAYnia start. This one is fun. This is kind of creepy, but this is Clown Alphabet, and it's just the most disturbing clowns spelling out the alphabet. This was a supplement to Just Cross Stitch at some point in time. I got this off Stash Unloading because, like, I couldn't not own it. And then I couldn't not start it. And I'm doing the whole thing because it, like, this is one of those projects that I think I'm just gonna work on, like, for the rest of my life. And if it never gets finished, I'm okay with it. But, like, it's like that whip that I work on, you know, when I really want to kind of bother people. This thing is big, by the way. If you choose to do all the letters, it's huge. So, like, I'll show you. I am doing this 1/1. And the only reason why I'm doing it 1/1 is because I didn't have a piece of fabric big enough to be able to do it 2/2. Like, it's a freaking chatelaine of clowns. This is a Haid. This is a Haid of clowns. It's not a Haid because I guess it's not full coverage, but you know what I'm saying. So I have started the letter A, brought to you by the letter A. Yep, these clowns are creepy AF. And yeah. Not much to say about them. The colors. So I kitted all of these projects up. Usually I don't keep like floss in with my projects unless it's like fancy floss. I don't know. But for StitchMAYnia, I was like, oh, I don't want to dig through my master GMC. Like, look at these colors. It's like insane. Like that yellow and like fire engine red. I love it. 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 All right, next up, this is also just a regular whip, not a StitchMAYnia start. This is Old MacDonald's Farm by the Victoria Sampler. I bought this as a kit, so I'm using all of the called for fancy silk floss, which I love stitching with, even though it's $1 million. And I'm doing this as a birth sampler for my daughter, who's now 2. But this will be her birth sampler one of these days. I finished her stocking, okay? Like, I think I was doing good. That was the thing I wanted to get done. I wanted to get her stocking done by her first Christmas, which I did, but I didn't get her birth sampler done. So one of these days I'll finish it. But, so instead of like Old MacDonald Had a Farm, I'm going to like put her name and whatever. And this is 28 count Jobelin in Summer Sky. And had I been smart, I wouldn't have plopped it right in the middle because like I got tons of fabric. I could have easily cut this in half, but whatever. There you go. Cute. All right. Up next, this is one I started in 2017. This is really on my list to finish this year. Like, I need to get this bad boy done. This is Palm Acidra by Nimu, I think is how you pronounce it. And my husband actually picked this out. I don't think he was my husband at the time. I think he was just my man friend. But anyway, he picked this out. He even picked out the fabric. This is 32 count, picture this plus in Fossil. And this is how far I've gotten. I know, I'm like so close. I just need to do, well, there's like a ton of back stitching with these guys, and then there's the front dude holding the bucket. But I have the whole apple done. So, I don't know, one of these days. Hopefully this year. It's my goal, is to finish this bad boy this year. So there's that. Up next, I started this in 2017, I think. Let's flip back. Yep, 2017 is when I finished this. This is Beauty and the Beast Falling in Love by MCG Textiles. This is the Disney Dreams collection. It's sad that they don't sell these anymore because I think they're really pretty. This is artwork by Thomas Kincaid. MCG Textiles is no longer in business, I believe. So here's my giant start on it. I'm not really a full coverage person, but you know, there's my start. Excuse me. Very nice. Lots of sky. That's another one of those that like if I never finish it, I'm okay with it, but I like having it as a whip. I don't know. Let's see, up next. So this is just a regular old whip. This is called Columbine Sampler by Shepherd's Bush. I have worked on this year. My goal is to finish it. Oh, I should show you the cover shot. So this, I'm sorry. I feel this way about all Shepherd's Bush though, so I'm sorry to offend because I really like Shepherd's Bush. Like I've done quite a few of their things and I really, really, really like the patterns in the end product. I really hate the photos. Like this does not do it justice. Like I understand, I mean, this is a really pretty frame and like this is all nice, but like, I don't know. I just think, and like this is like an old pattern, so this is like a legit photo, you know, on photo paper, but like, I don't know. I think we can do better, Shepherd's Bush. I think we can do better. Anyway, this is what it looks like. So how far I've gotten, and I really like it. So there's that. I think this is another one that's on my list of like projects I would really like to finish this year. There's that. You should see my floor. Up next, so this is another whippity doo-dah. I don't know if I have a cover shot for this because I just have the pattern. Yeah, I don't have a cover shot for this, but this one is actually in a book. So this is called Three Santas. And this doesn't even have who it's by on it. So somebody cool. But it's in a book of Christmas patterns that I really like. And if I remember, I'll write the book title down below. But my grandma actually found it, I think, at a garage sale, and they gave it to me. And I've stitched quite a few things out of it, so. Thanks, Grandma. So, I'm almost done. As you can see, I have to do basically this guy. So I need to finish all the French knots in the back stitch that's in this border. And then there's a ring about him, and I think I basically just need to do his back stitch. And then this will be done. And this is on, I think this is also MCG Textiles Even Weave. That 28 count stuff, which I don't have the tag for it, but I'm 99% sure that's what this is when MCG Textiles used to make stuff. Because this is the same, this is the other side of the fabric that I did Woodland Sampler, the Woodland calendar thing on. But very cute, very cute. That one though, like, has about 1 million floss colors. Like, half my DMC collection is in here, I feel like. Oi. All right, so this is actually my last StitchMAYnia start. So this one I started in 2017. This is called Child's Prayer. And this I found in my grandma's stash. It's actually a printed canvas. It's not really like counted cross stitch, but whatever, I'm counting it. It came with all the floss, and it's bright neon colors and weird animals. And I kind of like it. So I haven't worked on it since 2017, and this is as far as I got. I got this weird cat done. Yep. Yeah, it's very disturbing. But, you know, we're just living our lives, and I don't know, I like it. My grandma had it, so I have to do it. That's how that works, right? You inherit other people's stash, and then you stitch their weird thing. I mean, if my daughter doesn't stitch all my weird stuff, then she's not doing it right, and I will be very disappointed in her. I'll look down from above and be like, excuse me, kid, why aren't you stitching that? Okay, last but very not least, so this is why this is last. This project needs to be done, okay? It needs to be out of my life. I like it. I just want it to be done. I started this for my husband 1,000,000 years ago. I think I started this in 2015. Let's consult the books. Yeah, I started this in 2015. It's my oldest whip, and it needs to get the heck out of my life, okay? You're 5 years old. So I'm ending my StitchMAYnia with this project in the hopes that I continue working on it until it's done. We'll see how that goes. Because I've said that I was going to finish this for the past like 5 years. Oh yeah, this is the year. Okay. This is Christmas Chapel 1. I bought it as a kit off Amazon. The artwork is by Thomas Kincaid. And I just need to do, you wear your whips. I just need to do this corner. That's it. And then it's done. So I can do it, right? I'm past even the worst parts, because the absolute worst part was all these trees. Like, this is like the most confetti heavy. As I said, I'm not a full coverage person. Like, all you guys that do Hades, like, more props to you. I think they're beautiful, but it's not like my personal, you know, stitching type. My whip box is in the way. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I just want it done. I just want it done and out of my life. I want it framed and on my wall is what I want. One of these days. It's gonna happen. So I'm ending on that. That's not all my whips. I do have more than 15 whips. And we'll just see how this goes. Next year, StitchMAYnia, I might do something similar. Like, these are now officially part of my StitchMAYnia whips, even though I didn't start them in May, some of these, but you know what? It's the way it is. I lit a candle for ambiance, and you can't even see it because of my whip box. It's right there. My iron was sitting there, and I was like, oh, that's not aesthetically pleasing. So I lit a candle and put it there. And then I put this here, and you can't even tell. I like filming right here because, like, A, this is my desk, and then there's windows, but, like, this is the background. Some doors. Woo! But anyway, I hope you're all having, you know, still staying safe, and, you know, we're getting through this together. I'm very nervous about the future, but planting 2020 is actually going really well. We've had some beautiful weather, and I want to say a special shout out to all the farmers out there. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you do and for providing food for our country as well as other countries. I am immensely appreciative of you and of your service. So thank you to all the farmers out there. And please, 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 everybody, if you live in a small town or are in a farming community of any sort, please give slow-moving vehicles space on the roads, okay? Like their tractor, planter, whatever, tillage equipment, spraying equipment. It can only go so fast. And, you know, they want you to be safe, and you need to be safe and give them some space as well. You might have to go slow for a period of time until it's safe to pass them, but, you know, rather be safe than sorry. Every single year, there are stories about people who try to pass slow-moving farm equipment and end up crashing into each other and dying, and it's horrible. So, you know, just please, please, you know, give them some space. Also be aware, this is the safety mom in me. You know, oftentimes equipment, you know, they'll have their hazards flashing, you know, slow moving vehicle, and it's hard to tell if they have their blinkers on that they're turning. So please don't pass any machinery at an intersection, because if they turn and you didn't know that they were turning, or, you know, whatnot else, it could be bad. So there's my safety mom, safety share of the day. But thank you to all the farmers out there. And yeah, thank you to all our medical personnel. Thank you, everybody. It's going to be okay. So plant on. Bye, guys.